If I'm on the air, give me 1 second to get everything going. Okay, I'm showing everything is streaming good here now. And I'll start the broadcast. Give me just a second. I know I'll probably have 2 viewers on this broadcast, but I really don't care anymore. Uh, Everybody seems to be flocking to people who are crunching the numbers on who has the virus and who doesn't, and getting those numbers from the government and around the world. They're phony numbers. You're not getting the truth. You're not getting the truth about what's going on in China. You're not getting the truth about what's really going on in Iran, North Korea, America. It doesn't matter. You're not getting the truth. And that's why I named my website The Future of News, because I'm going to give you my 30 years of research into the New World Disorder. And you can choose to believe it or choose not to believe it. It's up to you. Who started the COVID-19 pandemic? The powers that be did, folks. Nothing happens by accident. Everything is planned. And as you can see, guess where the powers that be are going to be going when the you know what hits the fan? Super rich. This is from the UK Guardian. Super rich jet off to disaster bunkers amid coronavirus outbreak. That's where they're going, folks. The military going to their underground facilities. The bankers who are the super rich. That's where they're going. Who runs this country? Who runs the world? It's not Trump. It's not Hillary. It's not creepy Joe Biden. It's not Sanders. The military-industrial complex, the multinational corporations, and the bankers run the show. Go do your research and you'll find out what I'm saying is true. This is no accident, folks. And as long as the public chooses to remain stupid, this will keep going on and on and on. It's been going on throughout history. World wars started by the powers that be. Bush's father helped finance Hitler. Do your research. Find out it's true. This is no accident. And what do? They quarantine everybody and lock everybody down to take their rights away. As a matter of fact, this could be the beginning of a global takeover. The powers that be are going to do a global takeover of the entire planet. And we're going to be living in a prison planet, is what's going on. Especially if this gets worse. militaries have been doing joint military exercises for decades and decades. Tens of thousands of joint military exercises. China sits and observes U.S. military exercises. The U.S. and Russia do military exercises together. Why do you think they're doing that? Because at some point they're going to try to pull off a global takeover of the entire planet under the guise of a humanitarian effort. And that's exactly what is happening right now. And once again, as long as people choose to be stupid and let these evil people outthink us, I mean, they're like 5,000 steps ahead of us. They can get away with all these things because they know people are stupid. They won't do anything about it. That's why I don't get any traffic to my broadcast. People don't want to hear it. People want the lie. They don't want the truth. I've always used the phrase, everybody wants to talk about the truth. Everybody. But nobody wants to talk about the raw truth. Nobody. So that's why I'm putting this out here. I've been called a conspiracy nut for 30 plus years, and virtually everything I've reported on has come true. And I'm not the only one, folks. There are hundreds of millions of people out there who knows what's going on and are trying to do something about it. I really don't know what else to say. This may all blow over, but that doesn't stop anything because they're just going to come back with something. You know, it may come back again. I don't know, but this certainly looks like the big event to me. They're putting 500 plus million in lockdown quarantine in China. People lost their rights overnight. Now, Italy, the entire country under martial law, and not one mainstream media outlet will say the word martial law when they know that's exactly what it is. And that's exactly why people are dumbed down because they believe everything their TV set tells them. Well, my TV set hadn't told me it's martial law, so it can't be martial law. TV set hadn't told me so. Treason by mainstream media. Nothing short of treason for not telling people this is martial law and for not telling people about people's rights and liberties and freedoms being taken away. I've only seen one news outlet used the word martial law out of the entire mainstream media around the globe. And they don't use it because they've been told not to use it. And if anybody steps out of line, they lose their job. So people don't do anything because they will lose their jobs. Compartment, what's it called? I can't even say the word, it's too long. We'll know, we'll see what happens. We shall see what happens, but nothing is done by accident, folks. Just like everything else, this was deliberately done. And I guess that's it for this broadcast. I know I'll get off of here and find out I had 2 people watching this. While they'll rush over to hear any news about crunching numbers. Oh, this many people died so far, and we got all our information from the government telling us. The government told us this is what's going on. Mainstream media told us this is it. This is what's going on. Who owns mainstream media? Who owns the government? The military industrial complex, the multinational corporations, and the bankers. That's who runs this world. Spread the word fast. That's who runs the United States. That's who runs every country on the planet. Actually, it even goes higher than that. Through people's ignorance and people's agreeing to be stupid, people have gotten into power and embedded so deep within the military, the corporations, and the bankers that most people on this planet have no idea who the military, the bankers, and the corporations are getting their orders from, because they're getting their orders from people even above them. It goes even higher. I call it the unacknowledged group. Oh, it's a conspiracy theory. I was watching a TV show the other day, some movie stars talking about, do you believe in the Illuminati? It was some Netflix show or something like that. Do you think the Illuminati's running the world? And virtually every movie star who was asked that question answered yes. And if anybody knows, it's movie stars. They're insiders. And I'm telling you all this from a perspective of an outsider. I'm not an insider. Spread the word about what's taking place, and I will talk to you soon. And I do want to say one thing. I know I come off as a jerk and everything sometimes, but I do this for a reason. Because you have to shock people in order to even begin to wake them up. So that's one reason I do what I do. I'll talk to y'all soon.